Well, if you're anything like me, your NCAA bracket is in absolute tatters, but fear not, we've got March Madness of a different sort today as we come to you from the Walt Price Student Fitness Center on the campus of Everett Community College, and we're set for some NWAC men's basketball tournament action. It's the Final Four. And again, from the Walt Price Student Fitness Center here at Everett, Game 13 of the 2017 Northwest Athletic Conference men's basketball tournament. Hello, everybody. Tom Lafferty along with Everett High School coach Bryce Levine joining me for the doubleheader. Today's matchup featuring the Tacoma Titans at 17-13 and the Umpqua Riverhawks at 20-9. Today's telecast is brought to you by the Washington National Guard, neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service with more than 6,000 citizen soldiers throughout Washington State. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington State's communities and will continue to be for generations to come. To learn more about the Washington National Guard, visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. The winner of this game will play tomorrow at 5:15 for the men's 2017 NWAC Championship. The loser's game is out and done for the year. Ever Seagulls coach Bryce Levine with me, as we mentioned, for the doubleheader. Okay, Bryce, you played at Everett High School. You played at the University of Puget Sound. Let's talk as a player first. When you get into the postseason, when do you personally, Bryce, ramp up your expectations, your intensity going into the postseason?
Well, I think the first place you ramp up expectations and your motivation is with your preparation for each game. Postseason, a lot of times you get a lot of time to prepare for each team, and it really comes down to preparation, focus, and game plan.
Now put on your coach's hat. When do you ramp up the preparation? When do you ramp up the intensity for your players for you?
I think especially if you have a couple days to prepare, you got to simulate as much of a game situation as you possibly can for your team to get them prepared for the matchup that they have coming up. And then make sure that you cover all your bases, X's and O's, Y's, and what your game plan is off the court also. Just
before we came on the air, we've been looking at the March Madness bracket. We watched the Baylor women, and earlier today they were the number 1 seed, and they beat the number 16 seed 119-30. And you brought up an interesting point about, now men or women, doesn't matter, the varying levels from all the way from the top of the NCAA to community college to high school.
It's just amazing to me how much of a separation there is even amongst Division I teams with scores or 80-point wins, and then you think about the levels below that, Division II, Division III, NAI, community college basketball, and you realize there's a lot of really, really high-level basketball out there.
And there's a lot of basketball being played.
There's a ton of basketball being played right now. It's the best time of the year.
Well, you know, and all the games going on in the NCAA tournament, we have the NWAC tournament. There's the whole middle level. There's the University of Puget Sounds where you went. They're all on. Those playoffs are going on too.
Yeah.
And they just kind of get lost in the shuffle of March Madness.
Yep. It's an awesome time. You can show up to about any gym across the nation right now, and there's a basketball game going on.
Talk about these two teams. You've kind of been looking at them as they've been warming up in the last couple of days when you found out you were going to be with me. How about the Riverhawks and the Tacoma Titans? What kind of jumped off the page at you?
Umpqua has had a bunch of games that have been above 110, 115, 120 points. They like to get up and down and shoot the 3-ball. Tacoma on the other end, I think they're going to want to get up and down too, but they have a ton of length and a ton of athleticism. I think that it's going to be a good matchup.
Let's take a look at the starters. First for Tacoma, the Titans. They will start Askari Carter, Jordan Powers, Khalil Wyatt, Khalil Thompson, and Ravion Bell. Those are the starters for Tacoma, and their head coach. Tacoma's head coach is TJ Call right here, and so those are the starters for the Tacoma Titans. For the Umpqua Riverhawks, they will start Timmy Thompson, Grant Ellison, Javon Edison, Ethan Betts, Jake Danhoff, and their head coach is Daniel Leeworthy. So those are the starters for the Umpqua Riverhawks. Tacoma coming in at 17-13 overall, 8-6 in league play, West Division number 4 seed. The Riverhawks 20-9 overall, 10-6 in league play. Umpqua comes into the NWAC tournament as a South Division number 2 seed. And Bryce, the thing that we noticed, and you mentioned it as you got here this afternoon, no number 1 seed survived to go into the Final Four.
No, it's unusual, but what makes postseason tournaments great. Everybody's got a chance. Everybody has the opportunity to step up and play their best basketball at the end of the year and have a chance to walk away with the championship.
We're getting set for the opening tip-off. The defending men's champion was the Spokane Sasquatch. They will not defend as they are not in the Final Four. Walla, Lower Columbia, the other half of the bracket, they will play in the next game. The referee is Mark Bartroff. The umpire is Eric Cheatley. Umpire 2 is Jesse Liebman. We're ready. Semifinal 1, the 2017 NWAC Men's Basketball Championship. The referee has the ball. We're about set to the Umpqua Riverhawks and the Tacoma Titans here at Everett Community College. Little Van Halen jump, and we're ready to jump the basketball. Here we go. Ball is in the air, and we are underway at Everett Community College, and Umpqua will flag it down, save it from going out of bounds. And the Umpqua Riverhawks, the home team in the white jerseys, green trim, moving to our left, they have it. Ethan Betts with the basketball. Give it off to Timmy Thompson into the lane. A ball knocked away, stolen away. Grabbed by Jordan Powers, and up the floor, here comes Tacoma in the dark uniforms. We have a turnover right away, and we go right back the other way, and Umpqua will take the basketball. Just underway. Glad you're with us here on a Saturday late afternoon into the evening. The Final Four for the Community College Men's Basketball Tournament. Umpqua with the basketball. That's Betts going in. The shot is up and good. Ethan Betts out of Townsville, Australia. He wins the prize, traveling the furthest to play CC basketball.
Long ways.
To Oregon, a three and a miss on the other end for Tacoma. Umpqua immediately down the floor. They like to move it up quickly. That's Grant Ellison. Ellison out of Weber High School in Ogden, Utah. Looking between the legs, goes baseline, then kind of reverse bounce pass out. Was intended for Javon Edison. Picked off. Another one-handed bounce pass cross lane. Little stutter step move going in, and a foul is going to be called. Khalil Wyatt got it out of Oroville, California. And he is going to be at the free throw line. Khalil Wyatt, a 6'5 sophomore, as we mentioned. Second team All NWAC West Division at the line. First personal foul. Danhoff picks up the foul, his first personal, first team. First free throw good. Khalil Wyatt, Oroville, California, 77%er at the free throw line. Next one is good. And a 2-2 tie. Tied for the first time early going here at Everett Community College. That's Betts going in, blocked out of there, blocked there by Jordan Powers. And here comes Tacoma down, laying good.
Tacoma's gotten their hand on a couple balls and blocked a shot here and got out and got a couple of easy looks and drawn a foul in transition.
Tacoma with the first lead that they have. Khalil Thompson was that last bucket, and it's now a 4-2 lead for Tacoma. Dribble drive, that's Timmy Thompson. He traveled with the basketball. A turnover there. So anything disrupting, Umpqua hasn't really been in any kind of flow yet, and you said they're a team that likes to get up and down the floor.
Yeah, they've been not doing a good job handling Tacoma's pressure so far, and here's Umpqua pressuring the ball and forcing a turnover the other way.
There it is, Ethan Betts with the steal and the bucket, and it's a 4-4 tie. So a little overplay on the defense, got the steal and got the lay-in. Khalil Thompson with the basketball now for Tacoma. Quickly up the floor. Khalil Wyatt in, two-hand on the body, and that foul is going to be whistled here. I think it's going to be Ellison. It will be Grant Ellison, his first personal foul, second team foul, baseline out of bounds, fresh 30 on the shot clock. Thompson throws it in. Three on the way, won't go. Quickly, here comes the run in Umpqua Riverhawks. Here's a three on the way, won't go for Ellison. Grabbed down by Thompson. 1 on 5, thinks better of it. So Umpqua gets back defensively pretty quickly. Long NBA three comes up short, no good. Jordan Powers with a miss. Cleared out by Umpqua. Riverhawks down the lane. Almost looked like it went out of bounds. Ellison. Pull-up jumper from 10, won't go. And the rebound grabbed down Ravion Bell, the 6'9 sophomore out of Hartsville, South Carolina, North Atlanta High School. Right corner, three won't go. That's a miss by Jordan Powers again. He's been cold from outside here in the early going. Ethan Betts goes in, off the glass, no. Who's got it? It's going to be grabbed by Tacoma. Ascari Carter out of South Medford High School in Medford, Oregon. He brings it up, and then looking at his teammate, I'm going to pass it to you if you'd like look over at me. He does. Kahil Wyatt.
Screen.
Ooh. Body on the floor. It's a good job. He kind of paid for it, but Grant Ellison did a good job.
He did.
Letting that moving screen move it through him.
Umpqua's been doing a good job here getting the ball into the key with penetration. Just Ravion Bell's length's been bothering him a little bit on those shots.
A 4-4 tie at Everett Community College. First of the two men's semifinal games. Move one way, turn the other way. Jacob Danhoff with a miss. Here comes Tacoma. Carter to Powers. He never seen a shot he doesn't like so far. We can tell that just about 3.5 minutes into the game. And now here, wow.
Great finish.
Wow, Thompson. That's body control right there.
Yep, did a great job getting into the bigger defender, using his body to protect the ball and finishing.
Betts on top. Ellison. Foul line down low, looking for Jovan Edison. That ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tacoma, so Umpqua retains possession in front court with 14 to shoot. Thompson looking. Now he goes out top side to Danhoff. Back to Thompson again. Tough defensive pressure here. Going in.
There's that length again.
Yep. That underhanded lay-in wouldn't go. Ball goes out of bounds. Umpqua keeps it. Tacoma with a lead, 6-4. Low-scoring game so far. We talked about teams that like to score a lot of points, except tonight.
It's been a defensive battle so far. Some good looks for TCC that haven't gone down, but Umpqua struggled to put the ball in the basket on some good looks.
That's Ellison, foul. Ellison went baseline. Grant Ellison, Weber High School, Ogden, Utah. That Ogden to Tacoma, or to Umpqua, Roseburg, Oregon pipeline. First personal foul on Carter, second team. Baseline out of bounds again. Nobody home defensively, and Ethan Betts lays it up and in and ties the score at 6. Boy, he scored a lot of points off inbounds plays.
They do.
The perfectly drawn up ones, especially. How about underneath, lay in? Right there, Kahil Thompson thought, I got fouled. The official says, play on. Ooh, I'm guessing right there, Jovan Edison wasn't expecting the pass.
No, tough one.
So it'll be Tacoma basketball, a 6-6 tie. Coming up on 5 minutes into the first half. Bell leaving him all by himself out there.
Oh.
And then he just launches the ball to the third row over there. Unforced error there for Ravion Bell. And we have a timeout called here. And this will be the media timeout, I'm guessing. Timeout called by Tacoma. Will step aside. 15:09 to play, first half. A 6-6 tie. Tacoma and Umpqua. You're watching the NWAC men's basketball tournament on STSPN.com.
The call. It has many meanings, but when it's spoken, the message is clear, heard, understood, acknowledged.
At Everett Community College, semifinal number 1, Walla Walla Lower Columbia will play the next game and put the Finishing touches on the bracket, your NWAC bracket. Here we go. Umpqua with the basketball, a 6-6 tie. Ethan Betts, Townsville, Australia. Goes around one defender, kicks it back out for a long outside jumper that won't go. Edison with the miss, cleared out by Tacoma. Thompson go down underneath for a missed slam. Ravion Bell. Bell got fouled on the way up. Missed the slam dunk. So Bell is at the line. Did we get the foul? I don't think they know on the far side. They haven't put it up on the board yet. First free throw is going to be good. The foul is going to be on Jovan Edison, his second personal third team foul. First free throw is good for Bell. Second one is on the way. It is not good. 7-6 lead for the Titans. Ellison on the dribble, guarded there by Powers. Shot on the way, won't go. Bell grabs the rebound for Tacoma. Quickly, Thompson out of backcourt. A reverse lay-in to the official. He hasn't played in a long time, so he just kind of let the ball go and say, well, we'll go back the other way. It'll be a turnover. Both teams have 4 turnovers. Timmy Thompson brings it up for the Riverhawks. Looking for a little room, finds no space. Ball goes out of bounds, though. Last touch by Dayton Pasqua.
Tacoma's doing a great job just hounding the ball right now, defending the ball screens well and making it tough, making it real tough on Umpqua.
Thompson will throw it in. Looking, finally finds Edison into the key, and now this is Betts. Thought maybe shoot from the foul line. 8 to shoot now, and the ball's going to be stripped away. It's going to be stolen and grabbed by Jordan Powers. Powers out of backcourt, stops, and fouled. He was converged upon by a couple of players, and I think they're going to get Timmy Thompson for the foul. That's going to be his first personal foul, 4th team foul.
TCC's getting out and running every opportunity they can right now. Turnovers, rebounds.
Any chance they get, they'll get it in now. It'll go to Wyatt. Faces 4 defenders there. And the rest of Tacoma's teammates just said, you take a KO, we'll see you after you score. He did. And it's a 9-6 lead for Tacoma, their biggest lead of the game. Now Umpqua down by 3 with the basketball. Timmy Thompson looked at the 15-footer, didn't take it, kicks it back out instead to Ellison. Now to the baseline, ball knocked out of the hands of Danhoff and out of bounds. 8 to shoot on the inbound here, 13:20 to play in the first half. Thompson ready, inbounds quickly to Ellison, goes in a little bit closer, rattles one, and it drops in.
Soft rims.
Off the inbounds, another bucket there for Umpqua, and it's a 1-point ball game. Tacoma 9, Umpqua 8. That's Pasqua. It'll change of direction, looking right, goes right. Powers, he loves that shot, didn't take it in a little bit closer. May have been partially blocked there by Edison, and to be grabbed by Riverhawks out of backcourt. Ellison spins, fires, and hits, and gives Umpqua the lead again at 10-9.
2 good moves in a row from him and nice little finishes on some floaters there.
So now Tacoma with it down by a point. Thompson closed off at the baseline. Back out it goes to Wyatt. He'll shoot. That's going to be a 2 if it goes. It doesn't. Slapped out of bounds there by Ravion Bell. No, didn't go out of bounds. It was saved from going out of bounds. Now it's out of bounds. Kahil Thompson standing on the out of bounds line. And so it will be Umpqua basketball. A couple of subs come in. Ascari Carter returns. He was a starter. He comes back in. 12:19 to play. First half, Umpqua 10, Tacoma 9, Umpqua basketball. Look for Darren Gethers with it at the right point. Now back down, turnaround, air ball on the way. Jovan Edison misses everything, and it's going to be grabbed by Tacoma. Long outside three ball, and down it goes for Cahill Thompson.
That's pretty tough to defend right there. Yeah. Those early transition three-pointers.
He pulled up and just buried it from NBA range, and it's a 12-10 Tacoma lead. Ball knocked away from Ellison momentarily, gets it back, puts it up, puts it in, and ties the score. Ellison, pretty good ball handler. Now it's Pasqua. That's a three, and it will go down as well. Tacoma out to a three-point lead again after another three. Dayton Pasqua from Tacoma Baptist High School puts it in. Betts, he runs into 1, 2, 3 black-shirted defenders, and one of them is going to be guilty of the foul. That's going to be Askari Carter. Picks up the foul. His second personal foul, and the third team foul. Baseline out of bounds, fresh 30 on the shot clock for Umpqua.
We'll see if Umpqua can drop another baseline out of bounds play here to get a good look.
They've gotten two.
Yep.
See what works here. You going to nominate Ellison or Edison? So. Ellison, there he is. There he is. Turns around. Oh, we had it. We had it right. He didn't come through for us.
TCC's been struggling getting through those baseline screens on their baseline out of bounds plays, and Ellison did a good job using the screen again there, just couldn't finish.
So Tacoma with the lead and now the basketball. Moving to our right in the dark uniforms. Tacoma with wins over North Idaho and Peninsula in the first two rounds of the NWAC tournament last weekend. Back here for the Final Four. The Final Two tomorrow at 5:15. Ball goes out of bounds, almost out of bounds. It was saved by Stefan Shaw, but right in the hands of Umpqua. Riverhawks with the basketball. Gethers back out on top for a three. Short arms it, no good. Danhoff with the miss. And Tacoma with another rebound. They've been sweeping the boards going in. Scoop lay-in, no. Cahill Thompson thought he got fouled, no. But then it's going to be stolen back. Thompson will get the lay-in here. And now that's a 5-point lead for Tacoma, their biggest lead of the game. We're coming up on halfway through the first half. Gethers bounces it to Edison, back to the basket, post up and puts it up and in. That's
a jump hook.
That's another one that's hard to defend. Jovan Edison at 6'10", a sophomore out of Reno, Nevada. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. 10-10 to play in the first half. It's Tacoma 17, Umpqua 14. The NWAC men's basketball tournament on STSPN.com. NWAC fans, be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also visit nwacsports.org for all the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. 17-14 lead for Tacoma over Umpqua, and it's Tacoma basketball. And we had a little whistle there. I don't think everybody was all on the same page. Now the officials are talking on the other end. I think we had some kind of substitution infraction or blood on the uniform maybe. Yeah, there must be, as Jovan Edison goes over and shows his backside to the trainer, and she's going to try to clean that blood off his uniform. So on we play, Tacoma with the basketball. Cahill Thompson has it. Looking for a screen. Didn't really use it, but he launches a three and buries it anyway. He's got 12 points in the ball game, and the lead is 6 points for Tacoma, their biggest lead of the game. Threatening to run away with this one. Geathers goes down. He goes down. He went to the baseline, then he went to the floor, and then the ball went to Tacoma, and Thompson brings it down, and that one, if that one went in, then we're just going to check out now. So now back the other way, ball knocked out of bounds.
Great job getting back by Tacoma right there.
You know, they are. They're very quick, aren't they, dropping back on defense?
They're just tough. They're athletic, getting up and down the court. Their tempo is definitely a little bit faster than Umpqua's right now.
But Umpqua's been no slouches all season long, point-wise.
No.
In fact, Umpqua averaging 82.8 points per ball game. Tacoma 78 points a ball game. Maybe it's a little softer South Division. Hand check foul is going to be called. Out topside, Jordan Powers. I think he had a couple of choice comments to make to Darren Geathers as well. Maybe at Geathers, but intended for the official. He didn't like the call. You've done a little bit of that, haven't you? Talk one way, and
just
you
a little here and there, yeah.
Inbounds.
Ooh.
Oh. Well, there's a 2-point takedown if we were doing wrestling, but we're doing basketball, and they're going to say no foul.
That's the first jump ball I've seen, Tom, but that's, again, about the 5th, 6th, maybe 7th ball that Tacoma's got their hands on and disrupted Umpqua on offense.
Now Tacoma with it. Pasqua. Give it to Wyatt. Wyatt splits the defense, goes in, scoop, lay in, good. Wow. Kahil Wyatt from Oroville, California. Yeah, we're going to have a foul on Powers. His second personal foul, 5th team foul, so that'll put him into the bonus. No, it won't put him in the bonus. We'll go to bonus at 7. I was thinking women. Well, how things have changed. We're sitting up here half watching the Husky women's game against Montana State with Washington leading at 13-12 on the computer and watching a game here. Close the computer or else I'll be watching the Husky game. Inbounds, lay in, good. Another out-of-bounds lay-in, and it's up and good for Jacob Danhoff, and it's a 22-16 lead. Pull-up jumper on the way. That won't go. Pasqua with a miss. Here comes Umpqua with it. Thompson. And a block foul is going to be called.
He did a good job selling that one, Tom. Yeah. He had the little head snap move. Manu Ginobili.
Well, hey, any port in the storm right here. You get a foul. We're down by 6. We'll take a foul. First personal. 6th team foul. Baseline out of bounds. Ellison didn't score that time. They committed a turnover that time. And Kahil Thompson comes out of backcourt. And he'll stop. He'll pop a 3. Won't go. Ellison grabs the board. 2-on-3 break going in. The double pump lay-in will be a miss for Daniel Reno. And quickly up the floor comes William Moore. Looked at the shot, didn't take it. Waits for his teammate to join him. In fact, late to the party is Kahil Thompson. I think he threw a shoe. He's got a flat tire. He threw a shoe, so he's just going to say, you guys play on. I'll be over here in the corner putting my shoes back on. Turnaround jumper. Short arm, no good. Missed by Wyatt. Grabbed by Umpqua. Riverhawks with it. Down by 6. Thompson. Oh, I tell you what. He ran into Quentin Bethea, and Bethea says, what was that? I didn't even hardly feel it.
That's a big guy.
Quentin Bethea out of Auburn Riverside, 6'7" freshman. So Umpqua baseline out of bounds. Timmy Thompson will throw it in. 19 to shoot. Got it to Danhoff. Kind of looked at the shot. Fought better of it. To Betts along the baseline. Kicks it back out. Ellison wide open for a 3, and it goes down. You cannot leave shooters like that wide open like that.
No, Betts has been doing a great job finding guys. He's averaging almost 4.5 assists on the season and doesn't take a lot of shots, but always has his head up looking for guys.
Left corner, Moore. Foul line jumper won't go. Surrounded this time by Riverhawks. Grabbed by Danhoff. And they'll bring it out of back court. Betts into front court. Left-handed dribble. Swings it back to the top to Danhoff. He'll shoot. A little short. No good. Moore with the rebound for Tacoma. Now to Trey Fountain. Cross court to Moore. Now to Thompson. 6:52 to play here in the first half. Save from going out of bounds. Went out of bounds, though, on the other end, and it will be right back over to Umpqua. Riverhawks down by 3. They have the basketball. Tacoma's led by as much as 8 in the ball game. 4 lead changes so far and 3 ties. A 3-ball ties it here. Will that be Thompson? No. Hooks a pass to Danhoff. Reverse lay-in. No good. He would have liked to have gotten that one, but he got fouled on the way in. So best he can do is put 2 in.
Thompson did a great job turning the corner off that on-ball screen there and drawing the help defender. Rollman was wide open.
Fountain, first personal, 7th team foul. Nope. Best he can do now is 1 point. Instead of a possible 3, he may get 1. This is a Jacob Danhoff from East Union High School, Manteca, California. Averages 14.3 points per ball game. Second team all NWAC South Division. He came away with no points. Had a chance for a reverse lay-in and got zipped. Going down, lay-in no good. Wyatt will go to the free throw line on this end of the floor. Kahil Wyatt averages 15.6 points per ball game, and he goes to the stripe now. Danhoff with a second personal, 5th team foul.
Tacoma again, they're pushing the ball off the rebound, getting an early look in transition. Umpqua's got to do a little bit better job of getting back.
First one no good. Suddenly the free throws have gone awry for everybody. Another one coming up here for Kahil Wyatt. And finally one does go down, and the lead is 4 points for Tacoma. And it'll be brought out of backcourt for Umpqua. Ethan Betts stops, kicks it back out to Daniel Reno. Reno will start the dribble. Waits for the defender, swatted out of there. Swatted by Ravion Bell. Up the floor they go. Lay-in won't go. Foul called. Late whistle. And the call I don't like with 3-man mechanics is where the guy standing over here by the Starbucks out here at 10th and Tower, and he's making a call. But that's just me. Trey Fountain at the free throw line for Tacoma.
Ravion Bell's averaging almost 3.5 blocks per game, and not only has he been blocking shots, but also changing some shots down there in the key, and a block there led to another early transition look for Tacoma.
And, Coach, a thing you'll notice from 3 stories up here, we never miss a call.
No, never. Just like my players have never made a foul.
Free throw good, 24-19 the lead for Tacoma with 6 minutes to play in the first half. The winner to advance, loser is done. Winner to the championship tomorrow. That's Betts into the lane. Kind of floated one up there. I don't think they ever inbounded. Khalil Thompson saw the ball there. He said, I'm going. Well, now, why don't you come back here? We'll try it again. 3-point lead for Tacoma, and they have the basketball. Khalil Thompson from Centennial High School, Las Vegas, Nevada. 4 defenders, splits them anyway, and blaze it up and in. Doesn't matter, 4 defenders.
Another great finish. For a small guy, he does a great job using his body to protect the basketball and getting in there and finishing amongst the bigger defenders from Umpqua.
The Betts floater won't go. Knocked out of bounds by Tacoma. It'll be Umpqua basketball. And Trey Fountain goes to the bench. Looking to throw it in. They do. Gathers 3. It goes down. Darren Gathers from Summit Academy in Utah. Hometown is Seattle, though, but he went to Summit Academy in Utah. 26-24. Long outside shot. Boy, went low, wouldn't go in for Khalil Thompson. cleared out by Umpqua. Chance for a tie or the lead or no, they're going to say ball just knocked out of bounds from Timmy Thompson from Largo, Maryland.
Tom Umpqua got another great look for three off another baseline out of bounds play. TCC's got to consider making an adjustment on these out of bounds plays. They're getting hung up on a lot of screens for a lot of good looks.
Almost one there, but it was accidentally kicked out of bounds. We're going to have a timeout here, a media timeout under 5 with 4:59 to play first half. Tacoma 26, Umpqua 24. The NWAC men's basketball tournament on STSPN.com.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At G&S, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call G&S Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us.
Welcome back to Everett Community College. Tom Lafferty along with Bryce Levine working with us tonight for the doubleheader here. Semifinal 1 and 2 for the NWAC men's. Our statistician is Buddy Patrick. We're here on a Saturday night in North Everett. And here we go. What better place to be? Inbounds. Oh, it's not going to happen there. Talk again what you said during the break about scoring off the inbound.
Well, Umpqua's been running a series of pick-the-picker plays where first option is the first screen, and then the screener's coming off a series of either stagger screens or slip screens, and it's been a reoccurring theme. They've been second man's been open for a good look almost every single time they've been taking the ball baseline out of bounds.
Ethan Betts at the line. First one is good. Closes it to 1 point. Could tie it here. Pasqua picks up the foul, his second personal, and the 8th team foul. Next one ties it. 26-26, our 4th tie of the game. Tacoma's kind of gone cold here the last couple of possessions. Trey Fountain with it out of Lake Charles, Louisiana. All over the map for the Tacoma players. There's Kahil White, puts it up, banks it in. He kind of put it up,
yeah.
Stood there and watched it and said, I think it's going in, and it did.
I think he was looking for a foul.
Yeah. He didn't get that, but he got the bucket and gives Tacoma back the lead. Thompson has it for the Riverhawks. He'll feed it to Edison. Now he'll face up. Now he'll back down. Now he'll put it up to the rack. Won't go. And Bell grabs the rebound. Titans out of backcourt. A burst of energy there. Thompson to Bell. They work the perimeter here. First time they've had like more than 2 or 3 passes on a possession. Overplay on the defense. Going in, Bell. Well, I think he was going for a slam, but it just kind of didn't, so it laid it up and in.
Get there.
No. But, hey, 2 points is 2 points, and it's a 30-26 lead. That's Betts. Almost lost the handle. Back out for a 3 off the clanks off the side of the backboard. A miss there, and then
great
save from going out of bounds. Picked off there by Reno, and he'll go to the free throw line. Not a great possession there for Tacoma. I think they were in such a hurry to head up floor that they forgot to inbound.
They were looking to run. Reno did a great job of jamming the rebounder there, not letting him turn and get the ball up court, and it ended up working out for a turnover for him and a good look.
This is Daniel Reno from Payson, Utah. Payson High School there. First one is good. Averages 6.2 points per ball game. He's a 6'4" freshman. Fountain, his second personal foul. 9th team foul. So one more in the double bonus for Umpqua. Next one, good. Lead is 2 for Tacoma. And Jordan Lehrer will check in. Park High School, Livingston, Montana. All over the map to come to Umpqua, too. Nearly stolen away again. Quickly up the floor comes Fountain. He dribbles through traffic. Back out to Thompson. Looked right and then threw it right into the hands of Jovan Edison, but he plays for Umpqua. Back the other way, going in, laying up. Good. Timmy Thompson ties the score at 30. And we have a timeout called by Tacoma. We'll take a break with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to play in the first half of action. Tacoma, Umpqua, 30-30. Back after this.
You are invited to immerse yourself in the beauty of nature in all four corners of Lewis County, Washington. From our fields to your table, farms in the west share their bounty. Limitless landscapes, forests and mountains beg to be explored in the east. Fish our many rivers and lakes in the south, and discover where history and culture intersect in our twin cities. Explore it all by visiting our Facebook page and plan your next getaway at discoverlewiscounty.com. Culture, history, and adventure all come alive when you discover Lewis County.
Okay, Coach Levine, put your coach's hat back on. When do you pull a guy with 2 fouls? We just saw an example here.
I was saying at the break there, Trey Fountain for Tacoma picked up his second foul, and on that turnover there, he was the man back contesting that shot in transition, and he kind of moved out of the way and gave up that lay-in. I think with 3 minutes left in the half here, I'd save my point guard for the second half and not let him pick up that third.
There's Wyatt up. He thought he got fouled. He went to the deck, but he put it up and in and gives Tacoma back the lead by 2.
Tacoma came out with a little bit of pressure there. Umpqua came out with a little bit of pressure. Tacoma did a good job of beating the trap and getting an easy look.
That's Gethers who puts it up and in. Gethers puts it in and ties the score at 32, our 6th tie of the game. Close ball game here between Tacoma and Umpqua. Walla Walla Lower Columbia will play the winner for the NWAC championship tomorrow, 5:15. They're going to call an offensive foul. You know, Kahil Wyatt was kind of backing down, but then that shoulder, elbow, upper arm came up.
He got that off arm up a little bit too high there and extended. It's going to be even a little bit more obvious with a smaller defender on you like that.
Now they're going to talk about whether it's a player control foul, offensive foul, or they're going to call a common foul. What'd you think? Was that
with the extension, I think you do go player control. But again, I don't agree with refs too often. So
they're going to go to the monitor and see what they see off the monitor on the far side. Yes, it does happen at this level as well as at the level of the NCAA tournament when they go over and take a look at the monitor. PSG Washington is a proud sponsor of this year's tournament. The PSG team of highly skilled employee benefits, their consultants are here to guide you through making the best decisions for your business and employees. Throughout the Northwest, no other firm can match our unparalleled blend of experience and dedication to customer service. PSG Washington, we're not satisfied until you're satisfied, and we'll be satisfied if they make a decision here fairly soon. The officials, Mark Bartriff, Eric Cheatley, and Jesse Liebman. Earlier today, the women's final is decided. It'll be Spokane against Walla Walla. Spokane beat Umpqua 63-58. Walla Walla beat Skagit Valley 67-63 in a great ball game that was just concluded here. Well, now they'll bring a fresh set of eyes over and to take a look again. Let's see if we can take a look at it here. We're watching number 11 there in the center. He's going to get the basketball. Spins, spins, spins. Oh, that elbow went up right there, didn't it? Can you back it up again? Let's back it up again. See if we can take. Now the officials are meeting at center court. Now watch his off elbow. Coach, what do you see?
I almost wonder if they're reviewing whether it's a flagrant or not. I don't think it is.
And they're just going to say offensive foul. So no shots, no flagrant. Probably the right call.
Yeah, I agree.
So here we go. It'll be Umpqua basketball, a 32-32 tie. 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Ethan Betts swings it to Thompson at the right wing. Now to Darren Gethers. Edison backing down, turns, face fire. And Umpqua with their first lead in quite a while. And it's our 5th lead change of the ball game. 34-32 Riverhawks.
Edison made another good post move there and finished on that one. He's missed a couple chippies early on, but got that one to go down.
Long outside 3 ball won't go for Cahill Thompson. And with that miss, it's going to be grabbed by Umpqua. Riverhawks quickly down the floor. He had to have traveled. Yeah, he did. Timmy Thompson tried to come to a jump stop, and his brakes kind of slipped.
He saw Ravion Bell waiting for him at that rim and thought twice about whether he wanted to shoot that or not.
That's right. The anti-lock skid mechanism of the brakes. No, I'm out of here. So Tacoma gets the ball back, down by a point here. That's Fountain. Now to Thompson, long outside 3, front iron, no good. Over the back, they're going to say, for Ravion Bell. I'm not sure. You must have players that have the green light?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but when do you turn the red light on? Or do you ever?
It's tough mid-game. You don't want to break players' confidence, but I think you have to you have to be careful with how you approach them and let them know, hey, it might be time to rein it back a little bit. But I mean, looking at the amount of shots that Khalil Thompson's taken throughout the season for Tacoma, he's definitely their go-to guy and has a lot of freedom offensively for what they're doing. And he's got the mentality, if this one goes, this one misses, the next one's going down. I'm going to keep shooting.
Edison at the line. This one good. So it's a 35-32 lead for Umpqua. Their biggest lead of the game, up by 3. That's Fountain directing traffic. Back out. Foul line jumper is good. Quentin Bethea out of Auburn Riverside puts it up and in. Closes the gap to 1. Umpqua by a point. Minute 10 to play in the half. Thompson. Saw a little crease, put it up with the right hand, won't go. Edison grabs the rebound, dumps it over the left-hand side, double pump, laying good.
Good look, good finish.
Jordan Lehrer with the bucket, and it's 37-34 Umpqua. Coming up on 45 seconds to play in the half. A long outside 3 won't go for Fountain. Grabbed by Riverhawks out of backcourt. Thompson kicks it corner, gathers, shoots, hits. Well, that's quite a little turnaround right there. We've gone from 8 up to 6 down if you're Tacoma, with about a 3-second differential, 2-second more like differential shot clock, game clock. Counting down to the last waning seconds of the first half. Fountain. Still clearing out. 7 to shoot. Still Fountain with it. Goes around a couple defenders. Lays it up, won't go. Follow-up is right there for Quentin Bethea. And time will expire here at the end of the first half. And it's a 40-36 Umpqua lead here at the half. Interesting first half.
Yeah, Bethea did a nice job knocking down 2 good shots there for them. And Umpqua did a great job putting the ball in the basket down the stretch there with their leading scorer, Grant Ellison, on the bench with 2 fouls. They found a way to find some easy baskets and make up for their leading scorer being on the bench there.
Both these teams looking for a chance to play in the final, and that'll be decided here in the next 20 minutes. We'll take a break. We're at halftime. We'll look at the stats coming up. Second half action as well. It's Umpqua 40, Tacoma 36. The NWAC Men's Basketball Tournament on STSBN.com.
I'm Mike Marzetta from Mind's Eye. Mind's Eye Robotics is a hands-on STEM education experience. We teach the teachers how to implement the curriculum in the lab, and 90% of it is them building, programming, inventing. We want the kids to come home from school and go, wow, I did the coolest thing today, and they're thinking I'm having too much fun and I can't put this dang project down. When STCU supports learning, they're supporting our future. What's a better place to help the greater good than helping kids? I'm Mike Marzetta, and STCU is here for good.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, these soldiers pave the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity after a natural disaster. Nothing stands in the way of a guard engineer.
Are you interested in learning about a career in criminal justice? Big Bend Community College has 2 degree options. One will prepare you for transfer to a university, and the other will teach you the basic skills many employers are looking for in entry-level applicants. Many graduates have started exciting careers in law enforcement, corrections, and forensics. Students gain experience and networking opportunities through hands-on training with local law enforcement. Local officers, attorneys, and judges visit classes to share expertise, actively recruit, or help with fun campus activities like our mock trial and crash simulation. Students tour local prisons, visit courts and law enforcement agencies to see how criminal justice works in our area. We offer classes in a variety of formats to provide flexibility for students, and our advisors will help you along the way to meet your specific academic goals. Come see if a career in criminal justice is right for you. Big hopes, big dreams, big successes at Big Bend Community College.
This is my classroom. These are my school supplies. This is my laboratory. These are my assignments. This is my study group. This is my career. Apply and enroll now to the NIC Pharmacy Technology Program. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
People often ask, what is it you do? I'm an Idaho Army National Guard soldier. But then again, it's not that simple. You see, I'm more than a weekend warrior. It's a continuous effort every day. Yeah, there's extremely long hours, but it's worth it. I love my job. It's like anything else. My profession is whatever I want to make of it. I get to do the incredible things most people dream of. The men and women I serve with are dedicated to being a premier force. It's amazing when you see my entire unit work together. When push comes to shove and we receive that order, we put steel on target. I'm always ready to be called upon to serve our nation. But in the meantime, I train. I serve and protect my neighbors while defending their right to freedom. I'm an Idaho community asset that stands among our citizens. The boundaries I once thought I had are continuously tested and broadened. So there you have it. People will not always know who I am or what I do. But that's alright, because I do.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
The commercial pilot program at Big Bend teaches students to fly and gives them the ratings and certificates necessary to work as a commercial pilot. Many of our students come to the commercial pilot program with little or even no aviation experience. They'll start flying an aircraft on day 2, and they progress through training with an instructor to flying the aircraft by themselves, traveling to other airports throughout the Northwest, and they get to learn to fly in a variety of different aircraft. Our students are all scheduled to fly twice a week at a minimum, and they will attend aviation ground school courses that are taught here on campus by the same instructors they fly with. The program operates 23 aircraft, mostly single-engine trainers. We also have multi-engine aircraft, as well as a float plane and a tailwheel aircraft. Moses Lake offers great weather for aviation and for training, with 5 runways at the airport, 13 approaches, a tower, and radar control. Our students also have the opportunity to operate in airspace that includes Boeing jets, the military, and lots of other flight training and testing activities.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future, one built with dedicated, skilled, and hardworking people. And with the new career and technical education facility at North Idaho College, the future is bright. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce, and North Idaho College's career and technical education program will provide the training that will get you the job. Together, let's build the future. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
I'm Mike Marzetta from Mind's Eye. Mind's Eye Robotics is a hands-on STEM education experience. We teach the teachers how to implement the curriculum in the lab, and 90% of it is them building, programming, inventing. We want the kids to come home from school and go, wow, I did the coolest thing today, and they're thinking I'm having too much fun and I can't put this dang project down. When STCU supports learning, they're supporting our future. What is a better place to help the greater good than helping kids? I'm Mike Marzetta, and STCU is here for good.
My game's developed 100% since I've been here in the Bay Area. Getting to the NBA is a major accomplishment, but surviving in the NBA is a totally new challenge. The way that I see the game now is all because of the experiences I've had in the last 7 years. It's all been an amazing journey.
Did you add them? Yeah.
I don't think that guy likes it.
The stats guy?
Yeah.
And we welcome you back here to Everett Community College. We're at halftime here, the men's semifinal game. Umpqua and Tacoma, a 40-36 lead for Umpqua here. The winner will take on either Walla Walla or Lower Columbia. That game will be coming up next here on STSBN.com. Earlier scores from the women's side of the bracket. The final has been decided. Spokane 63, Umpqua 58. Walla Walla beat Skagit Valley 67-63. So Spokane and Walla Walla will play for the women's championship, and that'll happen tomorrow. Let's take a look at the halftime stats here. as we have them for the Umpqua Riverhawks, leading at 40-36. They're led in scoring by the 10 points of Ethan Betts, 9 points for Grant Ellison, 8 for Darren Gethers, and then 2 each for Jacob Danhoff, Jordan Lehrer, Daniel Reno, and Timmy Thompson. Only Jake Stevens. They only carried 9 players, and only Jake Stevens did not score for the Umpqua Riverhawks. For the Tacoma Titans, they are led in scoring by the 14 points of Khalil Thompson. So 14 for Thompson, 11 for Kahil Wyatt, and then 4 points for Quentin Bethea, 3 for Ravion Bell, 3 for Dayton Pasqua, and 1 point for Trey Fountain. 9 turnovers in the first half for the Tacoma Titans, and Umpqua Riverhawks with 10 turnovers in the first half. Defending men champion was Spokane. They won it last year. They will not win it this year. They're not in the Final Four. Tacoma won it all in 2012, 2002, 1986, 1982, 1988, 1974. 6 times Tacoma has won it all. Umpqua won it in 1972 when it was Oregon only. That they have never won it in the NWAC. Tom Lafferty along with Bryce Levine here at the half with a 40-36 lead for Umpqua over Tacoma. And Bryce taking a look at this ball game. I thought Tacoma was going to run away with it. They got up by 8, and I thought, okay, this is going to be a blowout.
Yeah.
Umpqua had a different thing in mind.
Well, they almost kind of flipped the script on Tacoma. Umpqua did a good job of limiting Tacoma's transition opportunities on offense for them and taking away some easy baskets, and vice versa. Umpqua did a good job of getting out in transition and getting some easy shots and forcing a couple turnovers. So they got a nice little surge for some bench players there, and like I said before the break, they did a good job of making up for some points with Grant Ellison, their leading scorer on the bench, and buying some time to get him back in the game in the second half.
Talk to me again about the success of Umpqua on those inbounds plays. So they just scored a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, and not just Umpqua run. Tacoma's been more spread out. They do run a lot of on balls, but they're relying on space a lot more. Umpqua, both on their baseline out of bounds plays and they're just within their offense, runs a lot of different pick-to-picker and just a lot of different motion with screening, and that's given Tacoma some difficulty.
You've used it a couple times, so I'm going to have you explain it. Explain to me pick the picker.
Pick the picker meaning I'm going to go set a screen for somebody, and the advantage of what you're trying to accomplish is as myself setting that screen, I'm hoping that my defender either is going to switch or help on that screen and give me a gap or space or opportunity for me to then get a screen set on my man who's either helping or has attempt to switch, or the new guy that switched onto me. And it's kind of like the option in football, play action. You're faking one way and you're actually trying to get it to somebody else. And they've been successful both, like we said, both on baseline out of bounds and just within their offense with that.
So we're getting set for the second half to get underway here. Tacoma coming in at 17-13 overall. Umpqua at 20-9. Gather with friends and family before or after the game at Lombardi's Restaurant, ideally located at the Everett Marina. Enjoy authentic Italian cuisine, an easygoing atmosphere, and stunning waterfront views. Perfect for a quick happy hour or relaxing dinner. Don't miss out on Everett's favorite, Lombardi's Italian Restaurant. And here we go. The horn sounds, 20 up on the clock, and somebody's going home at the end of this one. And somebody's going into the championship tomorrow at 5:15, which we'll also have for you here on STSBN.com. So Tacoma with the basketball, moving now to our left. That's Khalil Thompson, goes in, underhanded lane is up and good. So a little early offense here off the inbounds, and it's going to be a 40-38 lead for Umpqua. Umpqua with it now. Thompson running the point. Ellison, we noticed, had left the building, left the floor here. There's a hook shot up and good. Hard to defend that. It's Jovan Edison with the bucket.
Another great jump hook from him, going right at.
Yeah, Ellison left fairly early before the end of that first half. Long outside shot by Powers will not go, and the rebound's going to be grabbed down by Umpqua again, leading by 4. Ellison gets it. They're looking for a hook pass, and it's going to be intercepted. Grabbed there by Tacoma. Edison was the intended recipient. Powers got it, gives it off now to a shot for Askari Carter. That won't go. Carter with a miss, but Bell grabs the rebound. Feed it off to Carter now. That one won't go either. So a couple of misses here for Ascari Carter, and it's going to be Umpqua basketball out of backcourt. That's Thompson. Baseline. I think he was going to go back outside, but the ball was swatted out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by a Titan. It'll be Riverhawks basketball. Out to the top, Betts.
Bell's got 2 for Tacoma. They seem to be going right at him. See if they can pick up a third early in the half here.
Down low, won't go. Danhoff with the miss. Here comes Tacoma quickly down the floor. Powers at the baseline. Kick it back out to Bell as they work the perimeter now left side. Wyatt with a shot. Looked like he was going to try to bank it. It wouldn't go. Missed there. Thompson with the board for the Riverhawks. Goes all the way to the baseline. Closed off there, so he reverses field. Back over to Ellison. His reverse lay-in. It won't go. He almost falls down and heading up the floor. Here we go. Laying up. Won't go. Ascari Carter maybe a little too fancy for his own good. Comes away with nothing, and it's going to be down to the corner for Umpqua. 3 ball, short arm, no good. Timmy Thompson. Now Thompson, and it's going to go out of bounds off Wyatt. Not a good possession there for Tacoma.
Sloppy start.
So Umpqua will have it. And you mentioned you noticed that Ellison had left with 2 fouls. Coach said, you're done for the half.
Yep. I think it was about 6 or 8 minutes there with him on the bench to finish that half, and they've gone back to him right away here in the second half.
And that's where Umpqua made their run and got up. Underneath, Jovan Edison. I go back to what dribbling in, we'll talk about in a second. Khalil Thompson rims out, no good. Another rebound grab down for Jacob Danhoff for the Riverhawks. Ellison leaves it for Betts. Betts goes around a screen. Falling down was that screen was Jovan Edison. Clearing out is Thompson. Lay-in, no. Rebound, Thompson the other way. Timmy Thompson, he goes down. Coast to coast for the lay-in, won't go. Rebound, grab down for Tacoma. Taken by Stephen Shaw. And then the ball nearly stolen away. Shaw's on the seat of his pants. He'll find Ascari Carter. And they'll set the offense here with 18 to shoot.
Both teams missing some opportunities to convert there in transition.
Long outside 3 ball. Rattles off, no good. Ellison with the board. Quickly out of backcourt. Nice feed to the baseline, but they can't finish. Danhoff with a miss. Cleared out by Tacoma. Wyatt brings it up. Goes around the defender, lays it up and in. And we have a whistle here.
Delay a game.
Delay a game there. Jovan Edison, I was going to talk about him. I go back to what one of your colleagues, Nayland Sood, head coach at Mount Lake Terrace, said. I said, Coach, basketball's changed so much. You just need short guys. You're shooting the 3. You don't need the big 6'10" guy. And he goes, I'll take the 6'10" guy.
You can never have enough size and enough length. Rebounding, contesting shots, blocking shots, and defending the key go a long ways, long ways.
So if a 6'10" guy moves in, lives up here at 25th and Wetmore, you're good with that?
I would be very happy with that. He'd be right by the high school, too, so he wouldn't have any excuse for missing practice or anything.
Going in, underhand lay-in won't go. That's Edison. And Jovan Edison, 6'10", Reno High School, Reno, Nevada, only averages 9.4 points per ball game, but he takes up a lot of space, a lot of displacement down there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Ravion Bell went out of the game. Bethea came in and did a good job defending Jovan Edison, who's had a couple nice post moves and finishes.
Foul was on Edison, his second personal first team. That's Shaw over to Wyatt, off balance. Seems like a recurring theme is off balance for Wyatt coming down. Here's a shot of the way. Ellison's on the floor. The ball's in the bucket.
He's got a great floater. That's his 3rd or 4th floater that he's put over the top of some long length, long arms for TCC.
Here's a long outside shot. Won't go. Missed by Bethea. Ellison got the last one after he hit the deck. And he'll bring this one up. A 6-point lead for the Riverhawks. And a trip to the final. Dump a pass down to Danhoff, goes around the defender and lays it up and in. So Umpqua is starting to show why they come into this ball game at 20-9 on the season. Down low, Bethea goes to the deck, and now we're going to have a little pushing and shoving down here at the baseline. And now here comes the guys off the bench for Tacoma.
That could be problems for Tacoma.
With those guys coming off the bench.
I don't quote me on rules, but leaving the bench is.
Powers didn't move a muscle. Powers and Fountain stayed right with their butts firmly on the floor. They're going to clear everybody out here. This is going to take a while.
Oh yeah, I might head to the concession stand real quick.
So we'll talk about it here. We're going to take a break in a moment, but now the officials are going to talk about it, and we're going to go back and take a look at a replay, see where all this started.
Edison and both Bethea and Ravion Bell have been getting a little chippy the last couple of possessions, a couple elbows here and there, and it looks like it just kind of boiled over.
So this is Umpqua's possession. Ellison, he dumped it down. The lay-in was good, and so now back the other way we go. So Wyatt was there, dumped it down low, and Edison kind of backed up. And they called Edison for the foul.
Umpqua did a great job keeping their players off the court there, coaching staff.
And then jumping in there, Darren Geathers went and grabbed Edison and said, "You're going with me."
Good job by Umpqua. Also, both sides are getting their players separated.
So they're gathered around their coaches now. The officials are taking a look. Edison was there. He had position. He kind of backed up, and immediately the official called a foul.
Yeah.
There was no question there.
Mm-hmm. If you watched when that shot went up, Bethea crashed, and Edison gave him a pretty good check, pretty good box out as he was crashing, and it kind of. I think he got one back, too.
Todd, can we look at that again? See if we can go back and take a look at it one more time, that same play. Okay, this is the Umpqua possession. They're going to get the bucket. Now down we go. They dump it down low. Edison backed up a couple times. They called him for the foul, and then it was the guy that came through, the second man in. Had nothing to do with the original play. That's who kind of started the shoving match. And then the melee started, and then the players started pouring off the bench. Well, okay, so when you were, let me guess, at University of Puget Sound, you didn't have a lot of bench clearing brawls.
No bench clearing. We did have a couple. I was involved in a couple skirmishes. We'll call them skirmishes.
But what is the rule, as you understand it, for leaving the bench area? I think it's the same in every sport.
At the high school and I believe at NCAA level, if you leave the bench and enter the court, I believe it's ejection. NWAC I'm not super familiar with, and I'm not sure how the officials are going to handle it, but I don't know if there was a guy left on the TCC bench.
Well, I did look up, and I saw Powers sitting there, and I saw Fountain sitting there. They didn't move.
So they got 7 for sure.
Okay, here we go. Edison backs up. The foul is called, and then jumping through there and pushing is Shaw. That's Shaw who went through. Ellison goes in to try to break him up a little bit. And then look at, Umpqua just said, we're not going anywhere. And then Pasqua came through, and he gave a little, in hockey we call that a cross check. And so, but that's a lot of, okay, now they're going to call another official over. I think what they do here is, okay, here's what we saw. We saw this guy, and this guy, and this guy, and then that guy, and that guy.
There's going to be quite the series of free throws to follow, I believe.
Well, I think what they'll do then, they'll start canceling each other out.
True,
okay.
True.
2 here and 2 here, we're not doing them. 2 here, 2 here, we're not doing them. Okay, it's the who had the advantage, and Tacoma left the bench area. That's going to be I think that's the main question we're talking about. Yeah, these aren't things we see when Everett goes up and plays Arlington.
No, no. I would not be too happy with my players if that happened. And it's that time of year, though. Everybody's passionate. Everybody's fired up. A lot on the line.
Well, we were talking about, because we mentioned that we're kind of half watching the Washington-Montana State women's game down at, there's 9,000 people at Heck Edmondson Pavilion.
It's packed. Good for them. Getting a home game.
So the officials, I think, are breaking things up. My guess is they'll call the coaches over. And okay, boys, here's what we're going to do. And we're going to see who's going to be left for Tacoma. And having done public address announcing, too, that's when you start with your pen and your pad and you start writing down who's gone, who's staying. Now they're going to look at the monitor one more time. So let's take a look at the monitor one more time on our level as well. See, it's right there, 25, Stephen Shaw that comes through. Well, but did Edison, I think he got pushed and then he kind of retaliated.
Yeah.
So Edison's there. Here comes Shaw. Shaw kind of backs into him, gives him a, hey, your mama wears army boots, and then a little push and a shove there. You know, I really think you'd look good in black and white striped shirt.
I would.
Being an official. It's right now.
I could never officiate. I'm so hard on them as it is. I don't know how those guys do it. It's a thankless job.
But you know what? We don't get to play without them.
No. No.
So they're going to still discuss. I truly think it's how many guys from Tacoma are still eligible to still play this game. Maybe we're...
And 2 of the guys came from the scorers table, I think, that we're getting ready to check in.
These 2 guys that are still standing there.
Ravion Bell and number 14, Pascua.
Pascua, the one that came in and gave the cross-check.
Yeah. Be interested to see how they handle a situation like this when there's not video playback to be able to go review the situation.
Well, yeah, you get video playback in the college level, but high school game, you just have to recreate it in your own brain. Okay. Gentlemen, they even wrote down, I've got my notes here. Here's what we're going to do. Are you a lip reader? Only when certain coaches are up yelling it, then you can read lips just fine. So they're, and both coaches are standing there with their arms at their sides or behind their back saying, yes, sir, yes, sir. Uh-oh, now Umpqua's coach is kind of putting out his, well, let's not read anything into it yet until, so, and meanwhile, Dayton Pasqua is kind of there listening. Because he came in late to the party.
Neither coach looks too upset yet.
Not yet. That's it. TJ Call of the Tacoma Titans, Daniel Leeworthy of the Umpqua Riverhawks are the coaches. Getting the information from the official. But they were here, they were watching, they knew what happened. They knew, TJ Call knew that his players left the bench area. And so,
and they're both leaving the scores table.
Yeah, they left. The guys that were coming in are leaving. They have been ejected. So Ravion Bell is done. Peyton Pasqua is done. They've left through the tunnel.
That's
and so is, we'll say goodbye to William Moore, who hasn't even played. And he has been asked to leave. And Bell comes out. He's going to gather his belongings.
TCC definitely got the short end of the stick on that one, not only because they have, well, it looks like maybe even 4 players leaving, but Ravion Bell's had a pretty big impact on this game, and 15 minutes without him as their rebounder, rim protector, inside presences.
And nobody for Umpqua. Well, Powers is out too. Wow.
TCC's got 1 guy on the bench. One sub for the half.
And he hasn't taken his warm-ups off at all.
I think that's Trey Fountain, who did play pretty significant minutes in the first half.
Okay.
But he does have his warm-up on still.
And meanwhile, there is a foul. Jovan Edison committed the foul. That had been called by Umpqua. But leaving the bench, boy, if you want to take an example of why you don't leave the bench, here you go. You're going to play with 6 guys.
Got to give Umpqua a lot of credit for their players and their coaching staff for keeping everybody off the court. That's hopefully not going to be the deciding factor for Tacoma, but it's going to definitely impact the game.
And out of that, they get a couple of free throws and a couple more here. Because I think maybe there was a technical foul mixed in there. Edison now has 4 fouls. He had the foul for backing the guy out and then the technical. It was leaving the bench that cost Tacoma.
Yep.
The actual action on the floor was a tee.
Doesn't look like Umpqua is going to shoot any free throws.
No.
Having Edison on the bench with 4 for Umpqua is going to affect the game also. He's been their inside presence and their inside defender, so they're going to be both playing with a little bit smaller lineups here for a while.
And now this is the under 15 media timeout. We'll take a break with 14:45 to play in the second half. It's Umpqua 48, Tacoma 43. Back to Everett right after this timeout.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you. For them. Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile.
So tell me who left again. Bell. Yeah.
Powers.
So again, William Moore, Dayton Pasqua, Jordan Powers, Ravion Bell have been sent to the locker room, out of the game. Here's a long outside three. Through all of that, Khalil Thompson says, bang, take that, and down it goes. It's a 2-point ball game. So right now, Tacoma playing with just 6 live bodies. Going in, laying up, too hard, no good, foul called. And now you start talking about whether a guy's going to foul out of the ball game, and you got nobody to put in for him. This could get very interesting when we get towards the end of this one.
Fortunately, Tacoma doesn't look like they have anybody with more than 2 fouls right now.
William Moore, Betts at the line. First free throw's no good. Wyatt picks up the foul, his second personal, and the first team foul. Everybody has 2 fouls out there. Who has fouls has only 2. So missed free throw here. Now going in for a 2-handed slam that doesn't. Stefan Shaw missed it. But Thompson gets it for Tacoma. Has it top of the key, going in, laying up, good.
Great pass.
Quentin Bethea with the bucket, and we're tied at 48.
Tacoma's done a great job responding. 2 good possessions on offense for him and a lot of energy.
4 ejections for Tacoma for leaving the bench area during a little scuffle on the floor. And I mean, it was a little scuffle. Jacob Danhoff with the miss. Like you said, boy, I thought he carried the basketball there. Thompson, long outside, couldn't bank it in, no good. Who's got the rebound? Foul called. Reno had the rebound, then gets fouled here.
Went on Bethea.
Quentin Bethea out of Auburn Riverside High School at first personal, 2nd team foul. Well, Coach, congratulations. You got to see 4 guys ejected from a basketball game.
That's a first for me. I've seen a couple, 2, 3.
Here is Ellison. Gets fouled, and Grant Ellison. It'll be a common foul, so it'll be out of bounds at the baseline for Umpqua.
Carter's 3rd.
He checks out, and the only available sub checks in, and that's Trey Fountain. Playing with 6 is Tacoma. And we're tied at 48. And Gethers has it for the Riverhawks. He was going to pass, he was going to shoot, he shoots. And Gethers hits.
Tough shot.
And Umpqua has the lead at 50-48. Coming up on 13 minutes to play in the second half. Fountain. Now to Wyatt. Shot on the way. Good. Shaw with the bucket. And it's a 50-50 tie.
You made that look easy, Tom. That's not a 10 to 12 foot jump hook from the baseline. It's not an easy shot.
Now baseline Danhoff off the window and in. Jacob Danhoff out of East Union High School, Manteca, California. 2nd team all NWAC South Division. Gives Umpqua back the lead at 52-50. That's Khalil Thompson. Now to Fountain. He's directing traffic, sending Bethea through. Now Fountain going in, laying up, no good. Ball out of bounds. Ooh, they say last touched by a Tacoma Titan. It'll be Umpqua basketball. So 12-10 to play in the basketball game. The winner against either Walla Walla or Lower Columbia tomorrow for the NWAC championship.
Oof.
Boy, that was close.
I thought that hit his toe.
Betts is on the dribble.
Great look.
Looking to Danhoff. One dribble won't go. A little fadeaway from about 4 feet away. Khalil Thompson brings it up. He'll split the defense. He'll lay it up too hard. No good. Shaw back up. No. Oh, it does go. And 1.
Great job there. Khalil Thompson pushing the ball in transition, drawing a help defender. That happened to be Shaw's man, leaving him free for that offensive rebound and putback.
Stefan Shaw from Foss High School. Betts picks up the foul, his first, 4th team. Free throw good. And the lead goes back to Tacoma, our 6th lead change. Titans with a 53-52 lead. Playing with 6. Gethers rattles out. Wyatt with the board for Tacoma. Brings it up himself. Kind of leans into a shot. Off balance. No. Danhoff grabs it. Betts brings it up. Off the glass and in. Tacoma retakes the lead. Excuse me, Umpqua retakes the lead. 54-53. 7 lead changes in the game. And now a whistle.
Legal screen.
So the moving screen violation. Wyatt called for the foul. That's his 3rd personal, 4th team. He'll go to the bench. And Fountain back in for him. It's easy for the subs. It's whoever's not sitting on the bench.
A lot easier to keep track of.
They lost 4 players to an ejection just a couple of minutes ago. for leaving the bench area during a skirmish on the floor.
And we're seeing the effects of that ejection already there with Khalil Wyatt going to the bench with 3 fouls.
Push foul here. Another foul going to be called on Tacoma. Thompson with the foul, his first 5th team foul. Betts from Townsville, Australia, has the basketball. Give it off to Ellison. Now dumps it down to Reno. Power move to the rack, puts it up and in. And Umpqua up by 3.
Umpqua's been doing a great job getting the ball inside, making them defend the post, doing a good job finishing.
How is there not travel there as Thompson goes down, and then the slam dunk is up and in by Shaw, and it's 56-55 on the other end quickly. Betts misses, cleared out by Tacoma. Titans on the run, pull up 3 ball on the way. No, it won't go for Fountain. Back the other way we go. Betts has it, dumps it. He was looking for Reno, couldn't handle it. Betts is still on the ground. Back the other way, it's 5 on 4 if they hurry. Step through, got it. Oh, they're going to call it block. Carter with a step through move there. They'll whistle a foul on Jacob Danhoff, picks up the foul. We're at the media timeout, under 10. It's a 1-point ball game. Boy, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Umpqua 56, Tacoma 55. Back to Everett Community College right here on STSBN.com.
Yes, yes. Welcome to Basketball City, USA. I use my brain, open lanes to the top of the game. I use my hand on any man that would try to contain me. Use my feet and compete like I need to the death. I use my heart and it'll beat till I breathe my last breath. Hoop Fest 2017. Don't miss your shot.
As certified jumpers, divers, and survival experts, Special Forces are dropped behind enemy lines to train foreign fighters, carry out covert missions, or prevent future conflicts. These soldiers live for the challenge, highly trained and highly intelligent. Special Forces soldiers are the best of the best.
So out of bounds for Tacoma. Fountain will throw it in. On the inbounds, there it is. You like him. Suddenly you like him, don't you? Stephen Shaw with the slam.
I was saying at the break, he's only played 186 minutes total coming into the game tonight. And he's got 11 points for him right now.
You know, sometimes adversity brings the guy forward. Here's a shot blocked partially underneath. Back up, no good. Who's got it? Saved into the seats. It's 5 on 4 if they hurry up the floor. Over the left-hand side, Thompson, 3, good!
Man. That's the kind of basketball Tacoma wants to play. Transition opportunities.
Whether or not you got 6 guys on your team or not, with 4 ejections. Umpqua has kind of gotten a little rattly here. Corner jumper, Geathers kind of stared at it, willing it to go through, and it wouldn't. Thompson brings it up. He falls to the floor, and it's going to be picked off by Ellison. Ellison tried to swing it over to his teammate right side, but back up it goes. Off the glass, no good. Missed by Lehrer. It had been swatted away there by Askari Carter on a heads-up play.
Umpqua had a 2-on-1 there and couldn't convert. Great job getting a hand on the ball in the 2-on-1 by Bethea, I believe.
Here's Fountain. Now Quentin Bethea looking to Carter. Instead it goes to Khalil, and Khalil has the ball stripped away and up the floor. Pull-up jumper, 3 in rhythm. It's Grant Ellison buries it. It's a 1-point ball game. Tacoma 60, Umpqua 59. Timeout on the floor. 30-second break. NWAC men's basketball tournament on STSBN.com.
Lewis County is full of opportunities, especially when it comes to our food. Here, our farmers are growing food and making products that provide healthy, fresh, and tasty options for your family. Lewis County is also home to many restaurants that purchase directly from these farms and offer entire meals made with ingredients fresh off the farm. Meet your farmer, know your food. We make it easy in Lewis County.
NWAC fans, be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also visit nwacsports.org for all the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. Tacoma with a 1-point lead, 60-59.
Got another timeout.
An additional timeout here called as soon as that happened. We'll remind you that the earlier women's scores, Spokane beat Umpqua 63-58, so the Spokane Sasquatch will take on the Walla Warriors. Walla beat Skagit Valley 67-63. That was a great ball game. The women's game just before this game got underway.
It was.
Championship Sunday tomorrow. The women play at 2:30 for the title. The men will play at 5:15. Both those games on STSPN.com. Want to come out early tomorrow, 9:30 in the morning, the women's All-Star game. The men's All-Star game at 11:15. And then the championships again at 2:30 and 5:15. So here comes both teams. A double timeout taken there. Tacoma is going to try to use all their timeouts, I'm guessing, just to give the guys, they have no room for error with players coming in to replace, unless you're going to sign somebody off of Broadway out here. Because the other four guys that rode the bus aren't going to be able to play the rest of the game. That's Thompson. No, they're going to say double dribble.
He pinned the ball on his hip, it looked like, on that step-through move. Took one more dribble.
So it'll be turnover. Give it to the Umpqua Riverhawks. Ethan Betts brings it up to Thompson. Timmy Thompson shuffles it around. Maybe one too many passes. Picked off here by Fountain. Trey Fountain laying up. Late whistle. Betts doesn't like the call. I'm not sure I do. I
think he got bailed out there. Didn't look like there was a lot of contact.
You think Fountain got bailed out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Betts with the foul, his sixth team foul. And Fountain at the line. First one no good. What do they say? The ball doesn't lie?
Rasheed Wallace did.
7:53 to play. Tacoma by 1. Tacoma by 2 for the next free throw by Trey Fountain out of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Here's Timmy Thompson from Largo, Maryland, running the point to Betts. Now down low. Shaw with a swat against Edison. Gets it back, puts it up, gets it blocked right back at him again. I think that one by Bethea. And now a whistle, and it was a takeaway, but then a travel. So I think we're going to call 2 turnovers there, 1 on each. They took it away, and then they traveled. Shaw has really, as you mentioned, stepped up here.
I finally looked down to see how tall he was. I was looking for 6'5", 6'6", and he's 6'2". He's missed a dunk, had a couple blocks.
Thompson inbounds. Ellison into the paint, turn around and puts it in. Grant Ellison, leading scorer, 19.8, South Division MVP, freshman of the year.
He's been tough once he gets to that key, Tom. He's got a nice touch on his floaters and little 8 to 10 foot jump shots there that stopping on a dime and elevating quick and knocking them down.
This game's been tied 9 times, and it is now at 61. Long outside 3 won't go for Fountain. Is safe from going out of bounds, and then off of Stephen Shaw. Nice job there by Daniel Reno. Umpqua basketball looking to retake the lead. Here's Ellison. Kind of looking for a screen. There he gets it. Bounces it over to Edison. Trying to get a handle on it. Edison will back in, put it up. Fouled. Fouled there by Quentin Bethea, who looked at the official at the baseline, didn't even have the whistle in his mouth. It wasn't me, it was that guy.
The guy up top made the call. Bethea got just slightly brought his hands down there, didn't stay vertical.
Edison at the free throw line. Bethea with the foul, his second. 6th team. First free throw good for Edison. Umpqua gets the lead back. Had 9 ties and 9 lead changes. Missed them both. Oh, excuse me, hit the one, missed the second one. Khalil Thompson will bring it up for the Titans. As Thompson splits the defense and lays it in. And Tacoma back to the lead. He's got 26 points in the ballgame. Little runner won't go for Betts. The putback up no good by Edison and the foul.
Javon Edison did a good job there, crashing, cleaning up the offensive glass and drawing a foul.
Fountain with the foul, his third, 7th team foul. Edison, the South Division Defensive Player of the Year. First free throw's no good. Next one can only tie it. 3 players with 3 fouls for Tacoma. Next free throw is good, and we are tied.
Khalil Wyatt just checked back into the game for Tacoma with 3.
Now it's just shuffle the deck. How you can keep guys out of fouling out of this ball game and have to allow Umpqua to go on the power play. Here there's a steal taken by Ellison. Going in. Ellison too hard. He got bumped, I thought. Bumped there by Wyatt, but it's kept alive by his teammate, but then taken away by Umpqua. And in a 63-63 tie, we're at 5:50 to play in the game. Khalil Thompson on the dribble. Now to Wyatt.
Oh.
Ball goes out of bounds.
It's getting physical down the stretch here, Tom, on both ends. I'm interested to see if the officials are going to continue to let him play for the rest of the game here. A lot of contact at the rim on both ends.
And you think they would give him, they're going to give him a little bit of leeway. They don't want to have a 5-on-4 game.
No.
They just don't. I know a lot of officials, no, I don't want to have anything to do with that. Unless it's an actual foul, and then you have to call it. Here's a leaner up and good, Daniel Reno.
I think in such a tight game like this too, you got to let the players decide the game, not the refs.
So here's Wyatt. Open 3, rattles off, no good by Quinton Bethea. Miss cleared out by Timmy Thompson. Dribbles out of trouble. We're at 5 minutes to play. Thompson tells Ellison, you go that way, because I'm going to go this way. Then Ellison gets it to Betts. Betts dribbles in, puts it up.
Oh,
no!
Wow. That's a big basket.
I've been waiting to use this all night. All bets are off. Get it? All bets are off. We're at the immediate timeout, under 5, and Umpqua has opened up a 4-point lead, 67-63. The NWAC men's basketball tournament for 2017 continues right here on STSPN.com.
See, I graduated from high school in 2008, went to UW for a year, came back to Spokane. You know, graduated, wasn't really sure what I was going to do, so I headed to Spokane Falls. I feel like the energy in Spokane is evolving. Having a good, accessible college right here in town is a really important part of that. So I just started working at Helvetica, which is a local design firm. The Falls definitely prepared me for getting a good job right out of college.
My name is Morgan Lynch. This is my college, my community.
When it's your job to protect the world's greatest nation, it's your responsibility to solve the world's greatest challenges. This is why we search for the best and brightest, why we train for every eventuality, on land and water, in the air, space, and even cyberspace. We operate in a complex world with one simple mission: win.
Tom Lafferty along with Bryce Levine calling this ball game. Foul troubles. Let's talk about it for Tacoma. With Carter has 4 personal fouls, then 3 personal fouls for Fountain. Wyatt with 3. And Coach, you think they're going to start throwing some pressure at him too, even with all those guys getting into foul trouble?
Well, depending on how many possession game it is here down the next couple minutes, I could see Tacoma extending a little bit, using their length, seeing if they can speed Umpqua up. Umpqua does a pretty good job of eating clock in these situations.
Betts gets a three-point play. The lead is 5 points now for Umpqua. That's Shaw. Turns, faces, fires. Short arms it, no good. Grabbing the rebound is Bethea, laying up, no good. Shaw there, fouled.
There's my guy Shaw again.
Your guy Shaw, who missed the initial shot. Then the follow-up by Bethea was a miss. And now Shaw goes to the free throw line. Reno picks up the foul, his first personal foul, 7th team foul. First free throw is good. Shaw closes the gap to 4 points. And he gets another here. 4.5 to play. Missed it. Reno with the rebound for Umpqua. Betts. A little bit of coming out and meeting him kind of pressure here. Ellison lowers the head and has the ball stripped away. Taken by Wyatt. Up the floor. Two-handed slam dunk for Quentin Bethea. And the lead is 2 points, 68-66.
Great job getting the ball up the court and finishing there.
Ellison just tried to bury his head, and Wyatt just stood there and took the ball away from him. That's Ethan Betts with it. To Edison, faces and fires too hard, no good. Follow up on a rebound, no good by Thompson. And then the ball went out of bounds. Reno had it, but was knocked away from him by a Tacoma player. So it'll still be Umpqua basketball.
Here's our baseline out of bounds again for Umpqua. See if they can get a good look here. Daniel Reno's done a good job for Umpqua, getting a couple low boards and keeping a couple possessions alive here in the second half.
Thompson, the trigger man here at the baseline. Danhoff checks in, and Reno checks out. Inbounds. We got it to Edison. Almost lost the handle on it, put it up too hard, swats at it. Ellison is there, he has it, swings it way out topside. Another reload here for Umpqua. Up by 2, 68-66. Ellison, pull-up jumper, good. He went to the floor, he's saying, you gotta be kidding me. Ellison gets hammered, and they're up to 70-66.
Another little stop and pop there for Ellison. Finding a little bit of room and elevating and knocking it down.
Ascari Carter goes around a screen set by Wyatt, goes in, off the window and in. Just that easy, just that quick. Ascari Carter from South Medford High School, Medford, Oregon, pulls them to within 2 at 70-68 with 3 minutes to play in the game. Betts over to Thompson, now baseline. Edison was looking for Ellison and knocked out of bounds there by Wyatt.
Wyatt just barely got a finger on that one.
So Grant Ellison will throw it in from the side court here to Betts. Goes around the defense, puts it up too hard, no good.
That's going to be 5 on him.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for Jovan Edison, who will foul out of the ball game.
Jacob Danahoff's going to have to carry the load for Umpqua inside down the stretch here.
Now Quentin Bethea from Auburn Riverside will go to the free throw line. So Edison done. For Edison, he sits down with 10 points in the game. And Bethea, free throw, too hard. And Betts grabs the rebound for Umpqua. Waiting in the wings, Walla Walla, Lower Columbia. The other team that'll go into the final line heading into the championship tomorrow. Umpqua right now by 2. Backdoor feed inside to Betts. Reverse land won't go. He'll get it back in the corner. Swings it back out on top. How did that happen?
Wow.
That's lucky bounce right there.
Ellison did a great job stringing out that double team off the on-ball screen and finding a cutter to the basket there. Just couldn't convert.
Thompson now to Ellison. Bounce, turn, face, fire for Jacob Danhoff. Buries it and opens up a 4-point lead again. 2 minutes to play in the game. See what Tacoma does here, down by 4, excuse me. Going in, Shaw goes to the floor. The officials immediately converge. That was about the same spot where the little difficulties happened earlier, which resulted in the ejection of 4 Tacoma Titan players, not for being on the floor, for getting onto the floor from the sideline and taking part in the fracas. Reno's second personal, 9th team foul. First free throw, no good. Stefan Shaw.
TCC's struggling from the line, Tom.
That's your man.
Yeah,
Stefan Shaw.
They're leaving some points off the board right now.
You want to score with the clock stopped, and they couldn't do it, but the rebound's going to be grabbed down by Bethea. Can't get the handle, finally does. Turns, faces, won't go. Back down, another rebound there. Wyatt, will he? No, he won't. I thought he would. Probably should have. Dribbles in, off balance. Foul on the floor, I think.
They're going to get Daniel Reno again.
Danhoff had got the swat, but I think the foul had happened prior. Reno's third personal foul, 10th team foul. So double bonus now for Tacoma the rest of the way. Wyatt, number 1, free throw is good.
Both teams have done a good job down the stretch here, getting some offensive rebounds, keeping possessions alive.
Tacoma beat Umpqua 78-62 their first meeting back in December. A timeout on the floor, and it's a 2-point ball game. We step aside with 1:36 to play in regulation time. Umpqua 72, Tacoma 70. Back to the Walt Price Student Fitness Center at Everett Community College right after this timeout.
You are invited to immerse yourself in the beauty of nature in all 4 corners of Lewis County, Washington. From our fields to your table, farms in the west share their bounty. Limitless landscapes, forests and mountains beg to be explored in the east. Fish our many rivers and lakes in the south, and discover where history and culture intersect in our twin cities. Explore it all by visiting our Facebook page and plan your next getaway at discoverlewiscounty.com. Culture, history, and adventure all come alive when you discover Lewis County.
Why? Here we go. Umpqua basketball, leading by 2. Full court pressure by Tacoma, playing with just 6 players, with a few teetering on the chance of fouling out, but a steal by Wyatt going in. Wyatt stripped. And they're going to kind of look at each other, and I think Timmy Thompson just saying sorry. Or maybe he wasn't saying sorry.
Khalil Wyatt looked like Earl Thomas at free safety there, just sitting back, waiting, reading the quarterback's eyes coming downhill on that pass. Thompson kind of telegraphed it a little bit, and
now they kind of hug it out, so they're fine. But what kind of free throw shooter is Earl Thomas?
He just knocked down 2 for him, so hopefully he can knock these 2 down.
So Wyatt at the line, the 6'5 sophomore, second team all NWAC West Division, first free throw. Hit it. Next one ties it with 1:22 to go.
78% on the year, Tom.
Good. Hit them both, and our 11th tie of this ball game. Talk about close. 11 ties, 11 lead changes. Ethan Betts with the ball for the Riverhawks. 1:10 to play in the game. Betts on the dribble. 15 to shoot. Looking for Ellison, couldn't get him. Being shadowed there by Wyatt. Now they go down low to Reno. Puts it up too hard off the glass, no good. Kept alive by Shaw, then he goes down and a foul call. Shaw kept it alive, and then he gets fouled. And he's over there having a little conversation now with Trey Fountain, the only surviving member of the Tacoma Titans club. Free throws here for Bryce's man, Stefan Shaw.
Another big rebound for him on the defensive end this time.
And got fouled and goes to the line and could give Tacoma the lead. He does. Reno's 4th personal foul, a dozen lead changes in the game. Next one by Shaw, too hard. Big rebound by Bethea, back up and in. The lead is 3, under a minute to play. Ellison, dribble to the baseline, swatted by Wyatt. Now Thompson trying to gather his players around. Here's an inbounds play for Umpqua with 23 to shoot. Down by 3. Riverhawks to throw it in. Didn't go any early offense there. Ellison gets it. Will he shoot a 3? Will they leave him open for a 3? 13 to shoot. 33 to go. That's Thompson. Thompson dribbles in, laying up, fouled. He goes down hard. He goes to the deck. Foul is going to be called. Stefan Shaw picks up the foul. Only his first, 19 foul. And 2 shots coming up here for Timmy Thompson.
A couple of big free throws and see what Umpqua does defensively here to try to either force a turnover early or put themselves in a position to foul.
And the shot clock is off.
Shot clock is off.
First free throw good. So you can take a foul?
I think you got to go for a steal and look for at least one trap before you foul here. You do have plenty of time. It's going to be a 1-possession game before the foul.
Miss. Who's got it? It's going to be Umpqua. Foul called. Danhoff grabbed the rebound and then turned and was aware enough to look like he was going to shoot. That ball was going to go nowhere near the hoop.
He was tangled up and kind of turned and threw it up and was lucky enough to draw a foul. But great job drawing another offensive rebound for Umpqua here.
Bethea with his 3rd personal. 10th team foul. Both teams in the double bonus. First free throw good for Danhoff. 1-point ball game. Coach, we got ourselves a basketball game.
We got a great basketball game. TCC's going to have some choices here offensively if they make this on what they want to do.
Free throw, no. Down by 1. Wyatt comes up. Will they foul? They will. They'll foul Wyatt out by the center line. So Khalil Wyatt, a 77%er at the free throw line, will head to the stripe. A 1-point lead for Tacoma. He's got 2 shots here. They're in the double bonus. 18.5 to go. No.
They're going to have a chance to tie it on a 2, Tom. Or win it on a 3.
And all that'll happen in the next 18 and a half seconds. So what do you do? Talk about what's happening now in the Tacoma huddle.
Tacoma's they got to protect the rim here, not give up a foul. They're probably going to be switching all screens, all on-ball screens, doing a good job pressuring the ball and keeping them in front. But I think you got to force them to hit a jump shot to beat you right here. The ball can't get in the key right now for foul reasons and for easy opportunities to score with dump down passes and kick out shots. It's going to be about containing the basketball.
And how about Umpqua on the other end?
Umpqua, I think you're going to see the ball in Ellison's hands as option number 1. Probably some sort of 2-man game with him and Danhoff, number 32, who's their second leading scorer. They got a lot of threats on the court, though. They might run a decoy.
So we shall see as Tacoma's out there. They're ready to go. Wyatt at the free throw line. In women's basketball, Washington Huskies just about to win it by almost 30 points over Montana State with less than 30 seconds to go there. So here we go. This is Kahil Wyatt from Oroville, California. They're making sure everybody's on the same page. I think it's 1 additional free throw for Wyatt. 1-point lead for Tacoma. Good. So 2-point lead. for Tacoma. Thompson out of backcourt. Brings it up, dribbles in, puts it up, off balance, no good. Stephen Shaw grabs the rebound, foul call. Good look, bad look.
Yeah. I think that's a tough shot.
That silence
I think that's
bad.
a tough shot. I think it's a good attack, but it's a tough situation, Tom, because you want to be able to have multiple possessions here if you don't finish there, but you also don't want to leave too much time for Tacoma if you do score there.
Reno picks up the foul, his 5th. He's done. So Edison and Reno have fouled out for Umpqua. And we will investigate whether or not being ejected from one game means you can't play tomorrow.
It's a big shot right there. Next one's even bigger.
Yeah. It's a 1-possession ball game for a 3. So right now, Daniel Leeworthy, head coach of Umpqua, saying what? Okay, if he makes this, we got to
make it. You got to go quick. Get to the basket. You don't need a 3-pointer if they make it. You're going to have to score twice anyways. Get to the basket, get to the rim, attack. If you have a kick out, take it, but put your head down and you got to foul quick. Go for a steal, foul quick if you don't get it.
If he misses it,
who
do you want to give it to?
They got one more timeout still. I'm wondering if they'll get the ball across half court and draw something up here. But I think Ellison's still their number 1 threat, although number 0, Darren Gathers for them, I believe, has a couple 3-pointers tonight and has shot the ball well also. So they've got a handful of shooters on the court for him.
So Stephen Shaw could make it almost academic. He does. 11 seconds. Up the floor. Betts goes in. Lay-in missed. Rebound, grab down, and we're going to have a foul call. That should about be it. Betts went down, had a lay-in, and he just couldn't get it to go.
That's exactly what you want. Got the length of the court in just a couple seconds and got a good look at the rim. Couldn't get it to go.
But how fast was Tacoma back on defense to disrupt that?
They did a great job. Did a great job playing clean defense, too, and not allowing an and 1 there. And avoiding the foul.
Free throw, that will do it. Somehow, some way, and we'll let you know in the next game. We're going to have to find out about the whether the players that were ejected will be able to play tomorrow in the championship, or do they have to play the championship game with 6 players. Final score tonight from Everett Community College, 79-74. And Coach Bryce Levine of Everett, what a ball game.
Wow.
We've seen everything, but they didn't haul a kitchen sink out. That's about the only thing we didn't see.
That was
especially
a great
with
game.
4 guys ejected for leaving the bench area during a melee.
Well, I think it was a 20-12 game, a couple minutes, 10 minutes into the first half, and I don't think the game got more than 6 points on either end the whole rest of the way. Man, Tacoma did a great job of digging deep after having 4 guys ejected and playing with a short bench and digging it out, grinding it out, and hitting shots when they needed and getting stops when they needed to.
So the Tacoma Titans, coming in as the West Division number 4 seed, will play for the NWAC Championship, and that will be tomorrow. Still to come, Walla Walla Lower Columbia in semifinal number 2. For Bryce Levine and Buddy Patrick, our statistician, Todd Elvig, and the STSPN crew. Our final score from Everett Community College, the Tacoma Titans 79, the Umpqua Riverhawks 74. Good night, everybody.